Hello, this is the Montu Centers with a pretty serious topic, and I want to talk about if white supremacy is a problem, and why this comes up is the recent shooting of the Asian, uh, I guess was it massage parlors in, if it was like racially motivated, if it was the white supremacy, and the rise of like the anti, I guess, Asian community as a whole. And it's strange because I saw about 4 or 5 videos of black people assaulting Asians. One guy killed this elderly gentleman, and somehow this is white supremacy. I don't see it, and there's so many things. People try and nail this guy on that he was racist, and this is a white supremacy problem, even though there's no evidence. And like, I guess the post on what was it, Facebook, that he said something about uh, China or something was confirmed to be fake. This is why I wait for like to do these kind of videos to see any kind of evidence shows up to be charged for a hate crime. This guy would have to have be shown to be racist. So you can't really charge him for that. People like to point out that he was targeting Asian businesses. No, he was going to massage parlors, and the vast majority of those are owned by Asian people. So I guess in a way, he did sort of target Asians, even though that's not what he's particular doing necessarily. But as to it, if white supremacy is a problem, I'd say yes. I think that is a problem, but how much is it of a problem? Is it a fucking huge major problem we have to address right now, or something bad's going to happen, or is it? Yeah, well, it is a problem, but we don't really have to do much to really have it go away or ignore it, and I guess it won't solve itself, but it'd be less prevalent. I'm not too sure how they're going to stop it. Any laws that they apply, they just won't do things. I mean, if you just include laws that you attack an Asian or a minority, if you're white and you get charged with a hate crime, that could be a very slippery slope. Discrimination or any of those type of crimes, even though like that's not really a type of a crime, or like saying something that's racist or considered racist could be you'd be charged. This is also a very slippery slope, and I wouldn't see how they would get past the whole freedom of speech kind of thing. So that'd be very difficult to charge anyone with those kind of crimes. So I'm not too sure if it's that big of a crime, like a problem. It is a problem. I think we can all agree any kind of extremist groups like that are a problem, regardless of what kind of supremacy they're trying to establish, whether it's white supremacy or whatever they are. Now, I think they should be considered a terrorist group, just like I think Black Lives Matter was put on there. I don't think they were on there, but no, and Antifa was put on there. I think all of those groups should be on the terrorist list. I think it's equal. I have no problems if they were put on the terrorist list, to be perfectly honest. So maybe that's a good first step to put these kind of groups on the terrorist list, no matter what, if it's KKK or whatever extremists or the Proud Boys, even though I don't think they're like a, I guess, racist group. I don't know. I have to look more into it to really decide if they should be on the list. But just for right now, until I do some more research, I'd say that's fine to put all these groups onto the list. Even though that won't solve anything unless I guess you kill everyone that's white. And I don't think anyone's gonna really advocate that. At least I hope fucking not. Even though that kind of seems like, I won't say it's going that direction, but seems like there's a lot of I wouldn't say hate, or I'm not too sure what how to word it, to be perfectly honest. A lot of animosity towards the white people a lot lately with all the shit's going down and Asians getting violent crimes. The thing is, like, this man who killed that man previously, I was talking about, he killed that man. He has a record of actually targeting other Asians. He was just released from, I think, prison not too long ago for assaulting an Asian. Like, I think they call it strong arm robbery. Another Asian person, but this man was not charged for a hate crime, and I don't see anyone, demanding that this guy be charged for a hate crime unless you look up his name on YouTube, and then the comment section is like, yeah, this is a fucking hate crime. And all the articles I've ever read on this man, or all these other people who assaulted them that were just happened to be black, never mentioned a race. But as soon as this white guy kills, uh, I think it was 8 Asian women and a couple other people, one white guy and a Mexican, I believe. All of a sudden, that's racist. I think we got to be careful how we, I guess, tackle these issues. And let's say if it is like this huge issue, what do we do to curtail it? Because, imprisoning or jailing or fining isn't really going to be a really practical solution to, I guess, discrimination or racist slurs, or it can be very dangerous to get rid of this. I know it's not very nice, not very respectable, and it can be very hateful, yes, but to circumvent the Constitution with freedom of speech and all this, due process could be extremely dangerous. So there are steps that we could take to curtail it or reduce it in a meaningful way. I agree we can do that, but we have to be careful what we do here. And if we, I guess, enforce things that shouldn't be really too enforced or are too heavily handed on here, it could be really bad. So it's a little give and take. My next video, I guess, I'm going to be doing is either my thoughts on abortion, or because that's one of the things I've been avoiding for a while because I'm very on the fence with that. So for that, thank you for listening. Right, comment, subscribe.